Good evening and welcome to Wrestlecast with myself, Peter Metalhead, aka Jack, my ever lovely co-hosts.
Me, Everyday Dark Van Raven, and again joined by Lee.
Hey!
Lee. I'm talking fucking Lee. I have a friend named Lee. He can spell on me. Lee. I've not listened to that song in years, but I remember all the lyrics.
Wow, is that actually a song?
Yeah, Tenacious D.
Oh, yeah, I suppose that's true, actually. I thought I recognised that. I thought for a minute you were just freestyling that off the top of your head, but yeah, good one. Anyway, we're not joined, unfortunately, by Ben, last two podcasts, and unfortunately Aaron, but he's not been in for one anyway, but I'm sure they're going to be listening. Ben, we did try to get hold of, but I'm sure he'll be for, what's the next pay-per-view next? It's Extreme Rules, isn't it?
Extreme Rules, yeah.
Extreme Rules, which was okay last year, so hopefully it'll be okay this year. Right, so here we go. Wrestlemania, the showcase of the Immortal, the Super Bowl version, the big heist, the big heist in GTA 5, the showcase of them all. WrestleMania 31, isn't it? 31? Yeah, 31.
Right.
31. So, on the whole, not bad pay-per-view. It wasn't overly amazing. There were some people saying it was better than last year's, but obviously what of the streak been ended last year, that was kind of like the giant ball ache for me, but obviously, that's just my opinion. But yeah, it wasn't too bad at all this year. It wasn't too bad. It held off pretty well. So, held off pretty well.
Yeah, definitely. It was quite
cool.
Especially with the build up to it, it just probably being one of the lumberest ones since ever.
Yeah, the build up wasn't exactly amazing except for Bray Wyatt and Undertaker. Even though we didn't see the Undertaker until WrestleMania, Bray Wyatt was trying to kill it, doing it so well. What with the setting the chair on fire and everything like that. So let's move on. Unfortunately, for the first time in ever, I didn't take notes, as I've said to you two before we do. I know, shocking.
How could you, Raven? You're supposed to be a professional podcaster.
I know.
As opposed to just a few wankers talking to each other on Skype randomly.
Yeah. I'll go hang myself after this. Fuck you. No, never mind. Anyway, I got 3 matches down, but obviously, child, got a daughter to deal with, having that time to do it. I just literally watched WrestleMania before work. I had to watch 3 matches and had to watch it when I got back. So anyway, we start off WrestleMania Stadium. What do you think of it this year? The whole setup this year.
It was beautiful.
Yeah. It was quite good. Obviously, it got leaked online. People get there really early when they get their seats. They take a photo and they upload it onto the internet so people could see what it's like. It was quite good. I think I don't know when they start building it, but it's probably months or years when they start building the stadium. They even advertised the next WrestleMania is going to be in Texas. So there we go. So it starts off obviously with, before we get into it, we had the tag team and battle royals. I didn't watch the tag team or the battle royals, so does anyone want to take it from me? No, I know Jack, you didn't watch that. Lee, did you watch
I missed the tag team.
Yeah. Lee, did you watch the tag team?
No.
I saw the highlights. It was pretty, to be honest, I kind of forgot. It kind of started, what were the clocks going forward? It kind of confused me. But yeah, apparently the tag team match was supposed to be really good. They all went out, and obviously Tyson and Cesaro obviously retained the titles. Fair enough. Battle Royal, again. Boring. Really? Boring? Did you watch it?
Well, other than Mizdow chucking out the Miz, it was pretty boring.
Pretty shit. Jack, did you two see it? Or
yeah, sorry.
I
only missed the tag teams just because it was a 2-hour pre-show and they didn't bother saying it was the tag championship was on there.
It's not really a 2-hour pre-show.
It was a 2-hour pre-show.
Yeah, I know it is, but it's 2 hours of basically mainly them talking about all the matches realistically, because they did it last year, didn't they? So yeah, it's just 2 hours of.
Well, that's why I kept flipping in and out. You see, because I thought, all right,
it's 2 hours of build-up. So what do you think? Lee says Battle Royale was shit, or boring.
Yeah, first 5 minutes of it, so a bit meh. Although it was pretty hilarious seeing Axelmania come up and everyone's just looking at him and then rips the shirt off, then everyone just picks him up and then fucking dumps him out 10 seconds.
Really? They all oh my god, they all throw him out.
Yeah, so I think finally eliminating Axel's uneliminated streak.
Yeah, he has the Royal Rumble streak, but he doesn't have the thingy streak. He still did it on Raw though, didn't he?
Yeah, and as Lee said, it proves. Yeah, I suppose it was pretty meh. Just elimination here, elimination there, but definitely the better highlight of it was Mizdow finally turning on the Miz.
Yeah, and throwing him out just at the end.
I was just like, oh my god, a concluding story arc in a fucking WWE.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know. I was shocked. Yeah, but it was good.
They've dropped bigger storylines, main event storylines over the past year so much that you'd think they'd drop this one just as well, But no, I was surprised. An actual payoff to it.
Yeah,
It was shocking. And now Mizdow, Damien Sandow will now go back to the low card and not be heard of again for about a year, most likely.
Yep, unfortunately. No, he was still Mizdow. He showed up on. He had a match as Mizdow on Raw SmackDown this week. But
He did,
yeah, against R-Truth, I think it was, and then Miz come out and he's wearing his new T-shirt, which looks fucking terrible, and just beat the crap out of him. And then I think that was on Raw, and I think on SmackDown, Mizdow came out and did the same to him because the Miz had a match with someone, I can't remember, and then he did the same back. So chances are we will probably get a match with them at Extreme Rules. Probably get, I don't know, probably a table match or something. There we go. Yeah. So yeah, and obviously the winner was the Big Show. I don't know.
Stupidest point of the match, it's just like, because Damien Mizdow just did this big awesome turn, and then fucking, everyone's so behind him, and everyone's thinking, right, he's gonna win, and then just Big Show, bye.
Just see you later. Yeah, exactly. And it's like,
hey, to be fair though, Big Show needed a push, he's a young talent and needed a rub,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, it's not like he hasn't been there for years, anything like that, it's not like he broke through the ring of a cage, on a certain pay-per-view and helped, Vince McMahon win or anything, there we go. But yeah, it was odd they made Big Show win. I even was saying Ryback was one favourite to win. I probably might have been alright with Ryback winning over the Big Show, but I don't know. End of the day, it's a battle royal to win a trophy for a large giant man, and that's what really Big Show is. So I suppose, if anything, as pointless, I loved the battle royal last year because someone like Cesaro won it, and then it was broken literally a few weeks ago, so it didn't put Cesaro over very well, and I can guarantee it's not going to put the Big Show over very well either. That's why I went from main card down to kickoff, because it's just, we shouldn't give a fuck about this, let's put it back to the kickoff. Yeah, exactly. So fuck it, Big Show won it, doesn't matter. I don't think I care, I don't think many people care that he won a trophy that will probably just be out ringside with him for a couple of times like Wars and Raw, and then I'll just get forgotten about in a couple of months time anyway. So yeah, right, moving forward, we move forward to, obviously, as they always do at WrestleMania, with someone singing America the Beautiful. I don't know who the fuck sang it. I went to do something else while it was being sung. In fact, I forwarded it, actually. Was it the...
It was.
Yeah, it wasn't that LJ Cool J kind of guy. Didn't he sing it?
No. He was in the middle of the show.
Oh yeah, that was right. So was it a woman that did it, or was it a bloke?
Oh, it was a guy. I can't remember his name. It wasn't Kid
Hello, Black.
Huh? Say that again?
Hello, Black. That's his name.
Hello, Black. Yeah, it might have been him, yeah. And then they had, obviously, Travis Barker. I seen Travis Barker was pretty cool, and then obviously they had their WrestleMania theme song, and again I felt, oh, look at that, my controller just hit on fast forward. Better not stop it while it's going, so there we go. So yeah, so obviously they open with America the Beautiful. I didn't watch it, and I'm pretty sure, I don't know if you two watched it live or not, so you probably had to sit through that, I don't really know.
I watched it live, and I had my hands over my heart, and then, then I realised, hang on, I'm English, and I sat down, and, slowly killed myself with alcoholism. As us British tend to do. So, but yeah.
Just in our tea. Yeah. So, but after, oh god, hang on.
Then we get. I'll let Raven sort himself out. And then we got about half an hour long promo of LL Cool J saying all stuff about connectivity and humanity and basically nothing to do with WrestleMania whatsoever. And then he's like, hey, actually, WrestleMania play button, and he's got this big smile on his face. So at the end of the promo, he clicks the button, right, and then the button starts speeding up and to indicate the start or whatever. But after he clicks the button, right, this big smile, he just turns into just this kind of grimace on his face, just he's really pissed off or something. Just what? That was weird. You just gave this big inspirational thing with a big smile. Now you just click the play button. Maybe click the play button and the fucking stream fucks up. That's what it was.
Just clicks the play button and the network just shuts down. You will not be watching WrestleMania, So, but I mean, they always get celebrities. I mean, I'm pretty sure we know there's a lot of celebrities out there that do like wrestling. Adam Sandler's a huge fan. I'm sure he was probably there amongst the crowd and shit. But yeah,
but we can also add to the list. Fuck Adam Sandler.
Yeah, exactly. Hugh Jackman. David Arquette, it goes on. There's quite a few of them, quite known. There's even American footballers that obviously. Dennis Rodman is obviously, as you know, WCW used him. Oh my god, that was really awkward, that Dennis Rodman thing. Do you remember the Dennis Rodman in WCW when he actually had a match at Bash of the Beach? Was it Bash of the Beach?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was quite bad.
I wasn't watching at the time, but I've seen all the documentaries and shit about it.
Yeah, I was watching back then, and I can't remember who he teamed with. I think he was with the NWO and then DDP.
Hogan.
Yeah.
Hogan.
Yeah, Hogan, yeah, and then DDP got someone else on the NBA, and then they had a tag. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, and they had a tag team match. I think it was Bash at the Beach. I'm not completely sure because I remember the guys wearing Hawaiian shirts. So yeah. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, it's just as probably met as that. So moving on, we opened up to the Intercontinental title match, ladder match. I knew that was going to open the match. It was obvious that was going to happen because everything else on the card is just like, no, we can't have Cena and Rusev open the match. Fuck that. You know, what kind of drugs are you on? So yeah, ladder match. It was okay, actually, to be honest. I was expecting it to be like Money in the Bank, like loads of spots, craziness. I don't know, it just felt kind of...
It was actually kind of light on spots, really, wasn't it?
Yeah. It was, that's what I mean, yeah, that's exactly what I mean. It felt quite light. I mean, you had the massive suplex off the ladder which Stardust done, the horrible Bad News Barrett powerbombing Dean Ambrose onto that ladder outside the ring, which looked like it fucking hurt.
That was actually Luke Harper who powerbombed him outside.
Oh, Luke Harper, Luke Harper, my bad, yeah, because he smelled.
Then the medic guys come out and like take Dean Ambrose out, and it's just like, is this kayfabe, or is this like... They do what they usually do, like they get the medics out and stop the show if someone's seriously injured.
Probably was a bit of both because the way he landed on that ladder, it looked like it really did hurt. So it probably was a bit of both of like shit. We should probably get doctors to check him out anyway, even if it's kayfabe or not. But it probably hurt regardless, you know. So, but yeah,
something that happens later in the night, it could be kayfabe related. So, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah, so it could be. Yeah, and obviously Dean jumps off the ladder onto all of them. None of them are wearing special stuff except for Stardust, who's wearing some sort of like special bodysuit or something like that. I think
the Mr. Sinister suit.
That's it, yeah. So yeah, I mean, but it was alright, yeah. But I agree, it did feel like it was spot weak. It didn't feel like they kind of toned a lot of the spots down of the ladders, and like it wasn't. I was expecting this match to be like the replacement for Money in the Bank. You know, when we see Money in the Bank at WrestleMania, it's been amazing. It's been up there with some of the best ladder matches of all time. Hell, it's even on the DVDs for some of the best ladder matches of all time. Money in the Banks, but no, this one just didn't really feel up to it. I'm sure. Well, yeah, what was it? 7 people, wasn't it? Bad News, Dean, Stardust, Luke, Bryan, Ziggler, and R-Truth, who I don't even remember was even in the match, really, because he didn't make that much of an impact, R-Truth, unfortunately.
To be fair, he was afraid of heights. That's probably why you didn't see him.
He was, that's true, yeah, and yeah, as afraid of spiders as well, obviously he was. I know we had Stardust, who had his own ladder, which we get to see, which was a ladder covered in glitter, and automatically, Bad News just gets it out and just automatically stomps one of the stairs off, which I think is quite weird, you know, it's just like, oh, here's a ladder, but I'm just going to break a stair off and start hitting people with it. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
you know?
It was fucking pointless, wasn't it?
That was a bit weird. So it's like, oh, instead of using the whole ladder, I'm just going to break a stair off and do that instead. It's just like, okay, right, well, either you've just gone off script and done that for completely no reason, or whoever was writing that was like, yeah, just tell you what, get Stardust's ladder out and just break a stair off, you know?
Yeah. We'll spend money to make this up and whatnot. And
we'll
not
spend
even for it
money.
to have one use. Yeah.
Yeah, 1 use, like Big Show. At least when Big Show, he had the giant ladder. At least that actually had a use for it. At least no one tried to break that off, you know, break the stair off. And then I think he had it thrown into it, and then someone else jumped on him. So yeah, it did feel spot weak. It did feel a lot of it. There were spots, but it did feel, you know, except for the suplex, the power bomb, and a few other little things, it did feel like, you know, this maybe wasn't the ladder match I was really expecting, you know. I felt like usually when they do ladder matches, it's WrestleMania, there's going to be like spots galore, people will get in, hurt, you know, like Luke Harper and Dolph Ziggler, a pay-per-view. When do they have their ladder match? Fucking Ziggler and Harper, that really good one, I can't remember what it was. TLC, that's it, yeah, that was amazing. That was just between 2 people.
Thanks for bringing that up. I don't hate that ladder match, but I hate that spot that, you know, where Harper jumps out the ring and lands on his fucking arm. And it's just like, because I broke my arm doing that. Well, not jumping out of a ring, but you're falling on it. So it was, for me, it's just something I can't watch again. You know?
And obviously, Luke Harper himself was like 300 pounds as well, so all that weight like right on the arm.
He's really lucky he didn't break his fucking arm.
Yeah, it's really, but that match was fantastic. And I thought, you know, we've got Harper and Ziggler in this match with Bryan, Bad News, and Dean. I honestly thought this was going to be like, I thought Truth, you know, he's not going to make that much of an impact, to be honest. The build up for this, they were obviously all stealing the Intercontinental title. It was like the hardcore title, they was all stealing it, and our Truth was like, oh, I didn't do it, you know, and they made themselves champion. It was quite good. It was quite good to build up a little bit, and they announced that we're going to have a ladder match at WrestleMania. So I thought, okay, this is good, better than some shitty like Battle Royal. And I don't know, it just I don't know. It fell a little bit on its arse, but I don't know. I wouldn't have said it would go down in history as the best ladder match of all time.
No. It was okay. That's all I can say about it. It was okay. It wasn't terrible. Just okay. You know?
So it ends with obviously Bryan and Ziggler. Bryan and Ziggler being the two strongest in the match. Obviously Ziggler, ends up with multiple headbutts and obviously new champion of Daniel Bryan. I'm happy with that.
I fucking love that spot. They just do like that one headbutt each, then do it, and then they just fucking
multiple headbutts.
Then they just just moshing, headbanging and shit, at each other.
Get some music and slow them down. It's like, so it ends. He falls down. So Daniel Bryan wins. It was pretty obvious, realistically. I thought either Dean's gonna walk out of it, Bryan's gonna walk out of it, or Bad News gonna walk out of it. I'm okay with Daniel Bryan being a champion. I've got no problems with that. I would have preferred Dean Ambrose, but after he took the power bomb on the ladder, I thought, nah, he's fucking out, isn't he? So he's gone. So yeah. So right. Any that's all right. Anyone else want to say anything about the ladder match? Anything else? Maybe about the winner? You okay with Daniel? Who here wasn't okay with Daniel Bryan winning it?
Me. No, I'm kidding. Why I'm not okay with Daniel Bryan being the winner, because he should have been in the main event. Damn it.
Yeah, and so he opened WrestleMania this year in a match that clearly wasn't as amazing. Well, clearly could have been a little bit more better than what it could have been. So, right, yeah, moving on. I don't think there's any promos that backstage from what I remember. We move on to Seth Rollins and Randy Orton. Now this match was good. I actually enjoyed this. It took me 2 watches to actually enjoy this, and Michelle, when she watched WrestleMania, said this match was good. What I liked about this was basic. This was simple match, simple back and forth. The build-up between these two, obviously, he stomped Orton's head on the stairs to get him out for the movie. So the build-up for this was really quite well. They got to WrestleMania. Simple back, and there's not much we can say about this, really. It's just simple back and forth stuff. Orton owned most of it. Seth come back. I think, did Seth kick out of an RKO? A normal RKO during this match? I can't really remember. He did. I don't know if Orton kicked out of a curb stomp. I'm not really too sure.
He did as well.
So they had that.
And I can't remember if it was the final RKO of the match, but it was right near the end of the match. Seth runs up for a curb stomp, and then his leg is on Randy Orton's head. Well, his foot and whatnot. And then Randy Orton just stands up, powers him out with his head.
Yeah, and then out of nowhere. Yeah, it was a good end. Yeah, pretty much.
Beautiful RKO.
Really was, and he pulled it off really well, because Orton can do. So yeah, the match was good, back and forth coming. Seth owned it for quite a bit. He was spent most of the time outside the shirt, a few times out of the ring. He kicked out of an RKO. Orton came back again. I think he went to punt kick him at some point, but he moved. Excuse me. Yeah. He goes to curb stomp him, throws him up in the air, RKO, and what a good end. That was a good end. Right person won, obviously. I mean, Seth wasn't going to win that match and win the title later on, so yeah, that was good.
His first singles WrestleMania, and he lost. Oh damn, that's
oh
dear.
A shame.
That's gonna stick with him there. Yeah.
That's to stick with him for a while. But yeah, exactly. But yeah, it was good, solid. Nothing, no ifs, no parts. Good solid match, good workout, good finish. That's what we got to say about that one. That was good. Obviously, Orton and Seth, I'm assuming, are going into a feud for the title now due to SmackDown this week. He said, obviously, if Orton was to beat the Big Show, he'd get the title, but the match had been DQ anyway, so it didn't happen.
What do you mean the title? Seth Rollins, lost and Randy Orton won. There was no title thing going on, Seth
No. Yeah, no, title wasn't on the line. No, obviously it was number one contender.
Don't give spoilers away, Raven. Wait a sec. We're talking about all the matches. We're giving all the spoilers away, aren't we?
Well, we're not spoiling it. We're just reviewing it. I mean, I would have thought if someone hasn't watched WrestleMania, they won't be listening to this right now because they're just going to send us hate mail. And why did you spoil it a week after it aired? I don't know, maybe because you're a fucking idiot. So, but yeah, moving on. There was a promo at some point during the match. We saw Daniel Bryan being interviewed by some woman. I can't remember what her name, and all the legends. Yeah, that's it. Again, Lee being very good, remembering these women. Well done, Lee. Thank you. That's why you're on board, mate. But yeah, he interviewed. We saw all the legends come back: Piper, Steamboat, Bret Hart. That Ric Flair, and of course, cue the person. Mr. Ron Simmons comes out when they're all chanting yes, and just go damn, like he always does. Sorry if that was loud. And
it was good. That promo was good for Daniel Bryan because having all them legends giving him a one up, and it's just Daniel Bryan really needs that rub to help him get over with the crowd. Yeah,
exactly.
That's what it felt like. But it still was pretty cool. And also Ric Flair. It seemed I always play a game. a Ric Flair drinking game. I don't mean I drink. Basically, whenever Ric Flair makes an appearance, you try and guess how many drinks he's had. And luckily by this point, the way he seemed not too slurred, so he's probably only had 1 or 2 by that point. So
I'd say, yeah.
It was
his price at WrestleMania, so yeah.
The last time he was in the ring, you know, I think it was just before Fastlane with Tripp, and like Tripp's all like, pushes him over. Yeah, Ric Flair was just slurring like fuck. I assume that was at least a 3 drink minimum. Yeah. Pretty went
well, he did have a didn't he? Hasn't he got a drink problem? Ric Flair? Was it him or was it Kurt Angle's? No, Kurt Angle's got a drink problem.
Well, Kurt Angle had a drink problem as well, but apparently he's been rehab recently and he's on the wagon again at a minute.
Yeah.
Really? Oh wow.
Well,
does that mean he stopped, or that mean he's gone back on the drink?
No, on the wagon means like you're just. You know, you're trying to stay sober and shit.
Yeah. Oh, good luck with that, Kurt. Yeah, good luck with that. It's not really succeeded you in life before, but yeah, good luck with that anyway. But still, yeah. So we had that. Obviously, you know, a load of legends just doing yes, and we had Ron Simmons come out. So pretty weak realistically, because we've had better damn moments. I think last year there was one. Or can't remember the damn one last year, but they just have him come up now, so it's great. Move on, next match. We got Sting versus Triple H. I was kind of shocked to see this match this early on during the card, but. I thought this was going to be at least second to the main event, really, to be honest. But you know, there we go. It managed to outdo the Divas match. But you know, there you go.
Sting comes out with that. I won't know the particular name. I assume it's a particular style of band, but it's a Japanese band doing drums.
It's a Japanese band doing drums, and one old guy refusing to wear the Sting makeup, while all the other guys do. There was one guy in there that just would not wear the makeup, and all the other ones do. But yeah, they both had cool entrances. Sting has all these drumming, like kind of really, really good drumming skills from obviously like Jack says.
And then Tripp's just like, you know, remember his one last year? It was the most grandiose fucking thing I've ever seen in my goddamn life. It buried the fuck out of the entire roster. But his entrance alone buried the entire roster.
Exactly, yeah.
And then like this year, it's just like, you know, the stupid Terminator shit pops up just as an advert for the fucking film. And it wasn't too bad, even though it was a bit cheesy. You know, all the Terminators come up out the stage, but then Tripp comes out in that stupid fucking, I don't know what the fuck you call it, exoskeleton.
Terminator crown.
Yeah, the crown wasn't bad. It was that weird shit he was wearing on his arms. It just made him look silly as fuck.
Yeah. I personally thought it was alright. I enjoyed the entrance, you know, but obviously again, it's just kind of a pop, isn't it, for the new Terminator movie, and Arnold Schwarzenegger and Triple H are really close, so it was just kind of a pop to do it.
You know what struck me as well? You know, the WrestleMania, you know, the entrance where it says WrestleMania, the font was the Terminator Genius, you know, the fucking retarded way to spell it, you know. Genius.
But it was okay. I thought it was alright. I did enjoy it, and then he's risen up with all these robots. He holds up all the skulls, he drops them down, and then he walks forward. You know, I thought it was alright.
Have you seen there's a meme picture of that? They've chopped out the skulls and they put in like shopping bags, like how it feels when you bring all the shopping in at one go. Yeah.
I've not seen that one. I've seen the one where HBK kicked Sting so hard he gave him a different hairstyle.
I saw that one today.
Oh, I love that one. I posted that on my Facebook. Oh, I was crying for ages after that because it was so funny. Oh, I've just seen there's a new Avengers trailer as well. So anyway, yeah, go on. Yeah, but I mean, I thought it was alright. I did enjoy it. I thought it was kind of a little bit of a cheap pop, obviously, you know, because Schwarzenegger's got the new theme out. You know, it's just like, you know what you could do for WrestleMania? You could advertise the movie, you know, and he did it. But it was pulled up pretty well, you know. And I didn't even expect Sting to have some sort of like drumming entrance, to be honest. I didn't expect him to even have that, really. You know, I expected him to just swing from the ceiling, even though there was no ceiling. You know, but we'll just get a giant crane in. You know.
Well, I saw somebody on a forum thread. They said like, you should have like Sting like come in from the rafters and whatnot, and then somebody corrected him like, no, dude, it's an open air stadium. It's like, well, drop in by parachute then, you know.
Exactly.
And then he said like, oh, you should have the you know, the orchestra from that Sting advert last year for 2K15. Yeah. Have an orchestra in full Sting makeup, like, you know, rappel in with him, but then he changed. It's like, oh yeah, they should parachute him with him. So like, you imagine that entire like mini orchestra like coming, you know, parachuting in.
Parachutes, like playing the violins and cellos. Oh, that would be a great WrestleMania moment, considering how you could also play a game of how many of them you think will actually land. Oh man, that'd be cool. But yeah, so I thought it was alright. YouTube well, I don't know. What did you think of the Triple H entrance, Lee? Because obviously Jack wasn't like overly keen on it. What about you, Lee?
It was all right.
Yeah, it was alright. It was kind
of. I liked it, but it was really silly, you know. And I do like silly things, but I'm just saying, you know.
No, I thought it was pretty good. I kind of enjoyed it. I mean, if there was not a new Terminator movie coming out and wasn't released out, I don't know what he would have done. He probably would have done maybe something, I don't know, because he's done everything now, Triple H, hasn't he? With his gimmick and like most things. You know, last year was pretty cool. So yeah, it's just.
It was pretty much Shao Kahn.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he was Shao Kahn. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I said. There's actually a meme going on that of him. Yeah, Shao Kahn pretty much retired, you know, and like sitting in big chairs and stuff. But that's cool. They're good gimmicks doing that, you know. I'm sure it does it. So yeah. Anyway, so two have cool entrances. I think there's only 4 people the entire night actually had a cool entrance. I think it was Sting, Triple H, Bray Wyatt. And fucking, who's the other one? Did anyone else have a cool entrance? Anyone else? No, not really. I don't think they did they?
Oh, whoa. Wait, did you say Rusev?
Rusev, yeah, with a tank. Rusev, yeah.
That was awesome.
That was awesome. I did enjoy that. But not on that. We'll go back to that in a minute. So yeah, Sting Triple H.
Yep.
Good. Really good. I enjoyed it.
Likewise.
Not as good as I thought it was going to be, but to be fair, Sting is like a 56-year-old man. I think he's 56.
But he did. I actually was quite surprised how well he was in the ring.
Yeah, he did really well. It's hard to believe that was a man that had been out the ring since the WCW days, and for a 56-year-old, he pulled it off fucking really well.
Yes,
you know?
he hasn't wrestled in over 14 years. That's his true.
Yeah.
That's fact. Yeah.
Yeah, fact. Yeah, exactly.
Joker Sting? What are you on about? No,
yeah,
I've heard of it.
No, exactly. But I mean, you know what I mean?
What, TNA? Yeah, great tag team back in 2000. Trish Stratus was the manager.
Oh my god. So yeah, obviously he was in TNA, but I mean, like, so when did he retire from TNA?
Like last year. Apparently his last match was like last year, so it wasn't that long
ago.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, and obviously there was a photo. I got confused. I kind of a little bit forgot he was in TNA, to be honest with you, because I'm not a TNA fan. But yeah, he was in TNA. I forgot that. Yeah, but he still did hold that well for a guy, you know, that hasn't been in the ring since last year of TNA, and for being 56 years old. There's also a photo of him talking to Undertaker at an airport, and obviously that gimmick was like Taker saying, "Oh, you remember when you did the Joker thingy?" And Sting saying, "Yeah, that's the last time I smoked with RVD." So that's the last time I smoked weed with RVD. Yeah, that's a pretty funny one. So yeah, the Sting Triple H match was good. I enjoyed it. It had to take me 3 times to watch it to really enjoy it. I did enjoy it the first time. I'm not gonna lie, because me and Jack have got a little bit of dishonesty with the Bray Wyatt and Undertaker one as well. But yeah, I didn't enjoy Sting Triple H the first time. I did enjoy it, but I thought the whole NWO and DX coming down ruined it just a little bit. It wasn't like kind of. It was like really. It's nostalgia, yeah. It's like, oh my god, NWO versus DX, the fraction that we never got, you know. But at the end of the day, it wasn't a big shock because we knew they was all backstage anyway for the Hall of Fame, so it didn't really matter anyway. So I felt like, do we really need the NWO coming down? Do we really see Nash, you know, just attempt, you know, oh my god, he's going to do his quad in again because he might do, you know, you know, thinking, oh my god, should he be walking down this very long ramp, you know, like whatever, you know. But it was good. It did play out well. Sting breaking his sledgehammer with the bat was quite well. They did a couple of good moves, you know. It wasn't the most fast-paced thing ever, but yeah, kind of a little bit annoyed Triple H won.
Yeah, that was a real, for me, that was a really bad part of the match. Just like,
yeah, it's a bit weird to see Triple H win considering Sting is the return, and probably, I don't know, in interviews he said he's done pretty much, but he said if he was considered a SummerSlam or another WrestleMania repeat next year, he said he would think about it, but now I think he's completely done. So it's like, so actually that was Sting's last match at WrestleMania,
and
but
they paid millions of dollars for it, presumably, and you know, all this fucking hype, and then it's just like, just to have Triple H, you know, the fucking tenured employee, go over. Yeah, people have been arguing, oh, it's because it's WWE versus WCW, and it's like WWE should win. And it's like, well, we did, you know.
Yeah, exactly. They did. Yeah, if anyone's watched the Monday
Sorry, I was a WWF kid. You know, fuck the alliance.
Yeah. No, literally do fuck the alliance, because I never really liked the alliance storyline anyway. Really, to be honest, it never really got going for me.
I did, but I was 13 and easier to impress back then.
It was okay. I didn't feel a lot of when that stage come out, because it was funny. Like WWE won the match, WCW lost, and then literally a week after, most of them got their jobs back anyway. Like Lance Storm and that anyway, and they formed the alliance. So it's just like, yay! So that they were really that fired, wasn't they? Yay! They probably would signed contracts anyway. So fuck it. But yeah, Sting Triple H. I think it ended with oh god, yeah, he ended it. I think he hit him with a sledgehammer. And yeah, sorry, one thing here, I will note that their match never pointed out that it was an ODQ match. Even on Wikipedia, it does not say it was an ODQ match.
Well, the ring announcer said it on the way down. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Did they?
That's what I noticed straight away, and I was just like, hang on, it's no DQ now. Oh well, you know. It's not like a giant change. If they had said like, oh, it's now a steel cage match, all of a sudden like, what? Yeah. That would have been a real fucker.
Oh, I didn't hear the announcer say that. Shit, I must have. I didn't hear, because it was weird. Because like when the NWO rushed down, or the X rushed down, like Michael Cole was like, oh, it's no DQ, they can do this. I was like, really? Since when did they announce an ODQ? Even Wikipedia says pinfall and submissions only match. Yeah. So like, what the fuck?
Well, yeah, so they didn't. What it meant, just like pinfall submissions only, no DQ. Yeah, you will not be disqualified to lose or win or whatever.
Yeah, so but they still. Whoever edits Wikipedia, can you please change that to no DQ on that, please?
Don't reveal our sources. We're professionals, remember?
I know. I have to use Wikipedia this week because I didn't write any notes down. So because I'm an idiot. And I will point out as well. Actually, no, I'll point this out later. Screw it. But yeah, Sting Triple H. It didn't live up to the hype as much as I thought it was going to be. But then again, when sometimes with me in WWE, if I see something really good, I just automatically get expected. Like Bray Wyatt and Taker, I thought it was going to be amazing. It fucking wasn't amazing, you know. Sting Triple H, it held up. It held up probably better than Taker and Bray Wyatt did. Again, I was annoyed with the run-ins, but I watched it back 2 or 3 times, and yeah, it did play out very well. Triple H winning, I don't understand why. He had no reason to win at all. There isn't going to be a rematch anyway, unlike with Triple H and Brock Lesnar, you know, so Sting should have gone over. It would have been better, but I don't know. Triple H obviously, just went, just like, hurt low, I'm going over, because you're not coming back anymore. Exactly. So there we go. So yeah, unless you two got anything more to say on that one?
Not much. I mean, with me, I actually kind of like the run-in, so I was like, yo, DX, holy shit, and I thought, with me, I was like, oh, well, that's mad. And then, the last thing I expected was to hear the NWO theme and shit,
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why it didn't strike me, because, I knew Scott Hall and Kevin Nash were there. Well,
yeah, they were all
kind
there.
of gone from my brain, but
they were all literally backstage. Shawn Michaels, they were all there for the Hall of Fame, so it wasn't really that much of a surprise. It's like The Rock. I saw The Rock's mum in the crowd, so I knew the fact that he was going to make an appearance sooner or later. I
got no idea what The Rock's mum looks like. Is she fit?
I do. Not really.
I think
yeah, but well, there you go. Then yeah, this is probably your cup of tea. But yeah, she was in the front row, I think somewhere near Connor's dad. So I was just like, oh, look, it's Rock's mum. Oh wait, no, hang on a minute. Yeah, oh no, there's going to be a Rock promo here, isn't there? Yay, woohoo! But yeah, so yeah, I mean, I suppose it was pretty cool to see NWO versus DX, because we never got to see it. Yeah, we never got to see like that official that official tag team match. And then we see Shawn Michaels. Trying to screw Sting over with the super kick, turning heel, even though he's done with wrestling anyway. But yeah, so Shawn Michaels comes down for DX as well. It would have been good to get China. Oh wait, no, we can't do that. Let's not cross that road. To China, did you get the phone call to come back for WrestleMania? Yeah. I didn't think so.
We don't talk about China because that lost fucking Steve that slot on doing those live podcasts anymore. Because now we got Talk is Jericho. He's the one doing those live broadcasts on the podcasts on the network, and you know why? Because Jericho fucking sucks the company dick so fucking hard. He toes the company line no end. When this Build 'em Up shit came out, he was like, "Oh, defended him like how going?" And then he was all like, "Hey, if anyone's on my Twitter, who's gonna say anything nasty about the company, it's like, please, delete yourselves from me and shit." And it's just like, wow, Chris Jericho used to be cool, and now he's
just bends over.
He is just bends over and sexy.
He's become, ironically.
What? Sorry.
What a pathetic worm he's become.
Yeah, I know. It's not about.
Ironically, he just used to play that character, and that was funny, but now he is that character.
Yeah, he's still probably an okay guy though.
It's probably because he realises he doesn't make that much money off Fozzy, so basically he's got to make sure that his other paycheck.
But if he wasn't make that much money for Fozzy, he would just come back to wrestling. He wouldn't keep coming in and out, would he? He would have just given up with Fozzy and just come back to WWE because he probably gets more money from them anyway.
Well, that's
but he hasn't done that.
To keep Fozzy going, but just to make sure he doesn't.
There was that thing on April Fool's Day. He tweeted of him bald, and put hashtag bald is Jericho. Yeah, is that bullshit? Was that bullshit?
I don't know. Everyone assumed it was just bullshit.
Because there was a photo of like him, Batista, and another Matt of an actor, and obviously you can't tell whether he's got he didn't have like big hair anyway, but he was wearing a hat, so it was kind of hard to tell whether he was like bullshitting it or not. But
well, everything else surfaces up the next couple of weeks, so I'm sure we'll find out.
Yeah, that's true. Is that true as well? So Austin doesn't do the podcast anymore? Was you kind of joking about that?
No, well, it's because you saw because they advertised on the Wrestlemania. It was like, we've had the Stone Cold podcast, now we've got the Jericho podcast instead, and it's just like, all the dirt sheets, dirt sheet alert, basically said, because Austin was asking those hard questions about China and whatnot, and like, got pissed off
really?
And some of the higher ups, so it's just like, nah, screw you, Austin, you don't get that anymore, we give it to Jericho. He swallows our load, without question.
Yeah, exactly. When we ask to do it, he does it.
I can't remember if it's true or not, but I heard that Jericho's first guest is John Cena, so that just goes to prove my point.
Yeah, exactly. Let's let him interview the biggest face of the company. Yeah, fuck it. I'll have Daniel Bryan next or Roman Reigns, Well, why the fuck? I mean, why give Austin, the ability to say whatever the fuck he wants if he's just going to piss Vince McMahon off, So obviously the podcast wasn't scripted in any way then, what Austin said if he was mentioning China. I can understand why they was annoyed, and even when you watch the Triple H one, he was kind of, you could tell he was a little bit awkward when he mentioned about trying to be in the Hall of Fame, and he was kind of trying to tiptoe around the eggshells a little bit, but Triple H held himself well in it. But, oh man, really? So there's going to be no more Austin podcast anymore now?
Well, we'll wait and see. Maybe they might forgive him or whatever,
I don't see what he did wrong.
I'm just being good, because they mentioned somebody that they all screwed over. I
know.
She also went on to do porn and shit, which is really bad for the company image. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, I know. It's understandable. Maybe Austin should have thought about it a little bit more before saying it. But I mean,
unfortunately, well, no, it's good that he brought it up. It's like somebody in the company finally fucking. Yeah, it's like they never mention Benoit anymore. Fair enough, I understand why they don't mention Benoit anymore, but like other people, like Kurt Angle doesn't get mentioned ever, It's just like, and it's not like he did anything bad, he just left, he didn't like fucking, he didn't burn any bridges or anything, it's just like now, he's just like,
Yeah,
we don't mention Kurt Angle, we don't talk about China, but that's for obvious reasons, unfortunately, she has unfortunate fucking drug problems as well as,
Whereas one to be fucked by 50 guys at once, so there we go.
I feel really bad about jacking off to it now.
Well, so you should. But I mean, okay, suppose Austin, I'm glad he's getting his foot out there, getting his word out there about stars that they shouldn't mention. But I mean, end of the day, it cost him. He may or may not have lost his podcast because of that, and they've just replaced.
He just lost that live podcast. He still does his podcast anyway. And
he just
still gonna have all his normal I don't know how many viewers he gets, but I'm guessing he gets a fair amount.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame, but I'm sure Jericho will probably still do it that well. So, but
he should rename himself Jerkico, as in jerking it off. No. I really forced that pun, but there you go.
You did. There was Did you see Triple H and Arnold Schwarzenegger? They did an interview on the network. Did anyone see that? No.
Yeah.
No. Really? Yeah, Lee, you saw it. Was it any good?
Yeah, it was alright.
It was alright, yeah. I think they asked the questions about when he came back to SmackDown, and oh god, if you actually watch that SmackDown episode where all sorts of niggas on it, he sounds so awkward on commentary. He goes like, yes, they hit each other, it's what they've been doing all night, they use the chair, I use the chair now. It's just like, oh god, he just sounds...
He did the finishing maneuver, pin him, yes. Do it now! Do it now, right there, pin him! Now!
Do it now! It just sounds... Go back and watch SmackDown with Arnold Schwarzenegger and just listen to the commentary during the match. He just doesn't sound like he's at all there, or this is kind of like his first impression of wrestling, because everything he says, he's kind of like, I don't know, you just have to watch and see what he says. It's just awkward things like, use chairs. They've been doing it all night. Yes, they've been hitting each other well. He does some sort of maneuver. I don't know what it is, but it seems to work, you know. And now he's flipping off the fan. You know, it's like wow.
And it's just like, and because of one SmackDown entrance, SmackDown appearance, he gets into the Hall of Fame.
Hall of Famer for that. You know?
Then again, what am I saying? Fucking Drew Carey got in for one bloody appearance at the Rumble, so.
Well, yeah, that's true, yeah. One appearance.
But also, the reason why, as you can obviously been able to tell by the WrestleMania, like the WrestleMania sign, Triple H's entrance, it's mostly just marketing for the fucking film. It's probably netting him a lot of money because apparently Dirt Sheet Alerts, that's what he wanted to do last year, and you're like, have Batista go out with, you know, being a champion, you know, go do his news rounds and shit, you know, with the championship belt on him to make, you know, to basically get a shitload of free publicity for WWE, but that didn't work out, which was good. So I'm guessing this year it's like, right, Terminator want to pay us lots of money, we shall do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, they want to pay him a lot of money for Triple H to have it in his bloody entrance. You know what I mean? So there we go. So that you can't get more advertising than that. So anyway, moving swiftly on. We move to. I didn't think this match was next. Was it really the deepest match after that? It wasn't Senior.
It was.
It was okay. So AJ and Paige. I personally thought it was okay. It was pretty good. It started out pretty well, considering. But I personally thought the Bellas should have gone over a little bit more. I don't know why. I don't like the Bellas, and I'm not going to get into the reason why Jack doesn't like the Bellas. But
yeah, the Bellas to go over.
Yes, I did. I wanted the Bellas to actually.
I'm going to make my own podcast from now on with Blackjack and hookers.
Hookers, maybe even whiskey. But yeah, I didn't mind whoever won. I just thought the Bellas were going to win this match. I don't know. I just had the feeling, because obviously the heels are going to win it. Because I mean, so far we've had pretty much two faces and a heel win anyway. So it's just like, but no, they didn't. AJ managed to win with a submission. I've got no more to say on that. Anyone else?
No. It wasn't terrible. But it didn't want to make me.
It wasn't terrible. No. Didn't want to make me rip my cock off due to excitement and go, oh yeah, and in front of the hospital and go, yeah, I need a cock. It's like, why? Well, did you just see that Divas match at WrestleMania 31? Exactly. It's in ice, come get me now. You know,
yeah. But as a lot of people said on the internet, it should have been a fatal 4-way for the title. No idea why it wasn't.
Yeah, it should have been, but they just somehow thought, I don't know, what if we team AJ and Paige up to fight the Bellas, because, the Bellas not doing anything interesting anyway, because they went from hating each other to back to loving each other for no fucking reason. So, there we go. But
unfortunately, as it turned out, did AJ Lee wrestle on the Raw after?
Yeah, she did.
Right,
she had.
It was a penultimate match ever, wasn't it?
Then. She had a shirt saying "I enjoy hugs" or "I'm a hugging person" or something like that on. Yeah, I can't remember who she faced, but that would have been her last match because she's announced her fucking retirement, hasn't she? She's now retired from WWE, which means Jack were talking, I think, a little bit about before we started there. It kind of sucks to a degree, but when you think about it, she's done quite a lot in WWE as it is. She was a general manager. She had a huge storyline with Punk, Kane, and Daniel Bryan. She's won the Divas. She held on for the Divas title for nearly the longest reign.
She almost got married to Daniel Bryan. I mean, god damn. I'd like to get married to Daniel Bryan. I mean, what? Next match.
She skipped around the ring when it came on. But the point is, she's done a lot. She's done a lot in wrestling, and why she's retiring, I don't know. It might be because of Punk, it might be because of other things related. I don't know. It sucks. Yeah. It sucks to see someone talented go, but there we go. Honestly, there we go. One thing I do want to say, it was a bit weird that the NWO helped Sting in that match, considering the NWO spent most of the time fighting against Sting before he joined the NWO. So that was a bit weird. I thought that was a bit weird.
Because all the 8-year-old senior fans aren't going to fucking know that, are they? So, yeah.
No, that's true.
It's like,
but Sting did join the NWO just like everyone else joined it, and he was in the Wolfpack. But yeah, Sting did fight against the NWO for quite a lot of the time, so it was a bit weird they helped him. I did see a report earlier, Scott Hall explaining why the NWO helped Sting, but I'm sure it's some obviously scripted thing that they probably just got Scott Hall to say anyway. So there we go. Right, what's next? Moving on. What is next? We move on to John Cena versus Rusev.
And Rusev's entrance was awesome.
It fucking was, wasn't it? There's also an edited pic of GTA around him on the tank as well.
Yeah, there was a rumored, there's a thing, they put out a cast call, just for WrestleMania. It's like, we need like a bunch of people to be standing for the Red Russian Army, And it's like, cool, so he's gonna have a shit ton of like Russian soldiers like come out and shit. But then they sing the what I assume is the Russian national anthem or some kind of Russian song, and
it
like
was.
I was like, cool. So like, is he gonna come out now, or like, it's like all of a sudden, fucking tank, like what the
Fucking
fuck?
tank, man. Comes out in a tank, man. What the fuck? I mean, you can't get better entrance than that when someone comes out in a tank. I mean, John Cena drove through a car in a window once before WrestleMania 23, I think that was 24. Yep. But no, Rusev came out in a fucking tank. So, my god, it was good. A good entrance. John Cena, of course, didn't have, he usually has entrances he's had before. He's done the gangsters. He's had like loads of clones do this. Can't see me. He's had the car through the window. He usually has a big intro, but he didn't. He just had. He just got a video, didn't he? Some sort of promo with we saw Ronald Reagan and like a load of presidents speak about how good America was.
Horrible. That was just like. Just like it just appealed only to fucking Southern American hicks, all like America,
America, we love our chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but luckily none of the crowd bought any of that shit, because as soon as he came out, straight into the John Cena sucks song chant.
Yeah, John Cena sucks. John Cena sucks. Yeah. Well, all the high males probably singing it, and all the all the low probably people not singing that, but there we go. So yeah. Rusev had a fantastic entrance. It was good. John Cena has some fucking horrible America, obviously lovely Pride America video. It doesn't do anything. He just comes out, not wearing nothing new, no special tie or anything. US title was on the line, obviously, and of course, basically, John Cena wins the match. There you go. It was obvious he was going to win the match. There was dirt sheet alert that they wanted someone to end the streak at WrestleMania, end Rusev's streak at WrestleMania anyway. John Cena's name was on the list. There was obviously 2 other people on the list as well to end Rusev's streak as well. Technically speaking, Roman Reigns did beat him at a house show, but of course, not WWE. If it's not live television, it didn't fucking happen. So there we go. So Rusev technically has been beaten twice, even though he was on Raw and said that he never lost the title and that he's still champion, which is weird. So there we go. Or was that on SmackDown? I don't know. It was on one of them. So yeah, John Cena now is apparently modifying the belt. They're getting a new belt for him. So if anyone remembers the stupid spinner United States Championship that John Cena had back in 2004 or 5 those years. Yeah, I'm assuming he'll probably change it back. He's that stupid shirt again, the champ is here, pointing down to a belt on there when he had, he's got that t-shirt out again. So it's just like, yay. The match itself was not too bad, actually. It was actually pretty good. It was actually really hands-on. John Cena does some middle rope backwards stunner, which was quite weird. Yeah. Didn't attempt to do the Hurricane Rana, but yeah, Rusev dominates John Cena for most of the match. They just go back and forth. They clash really well. He gets to a point where John Cena fights out the accolade, ends with obviously Rusev knocking Lana down. But what I found it disappointing that it only took one attitude adjustment to keep Rusev down. I mean, like, it should have taken about 3 to keep Rusev down. I mean, this is like the Bulgarian brute, the Russian savior, the Vladimir Putin, I will suck him where and when, just give me a time and a place. It should have taken more. If Seth Rollins can kick out of an RKO, surely Rusev can kick out of just on the shoulders, on your back. What the fuck? Seriously, it should have taken at least 3 of those to make him lose, apparently, but he didn't. So the match ended a bit weak. But other than that, he did hold up. It wasn't. Yeah. It wasn't like I thought it was going to be Cena just getting his ass kicked like Brock did to him at SummerSlam, last year. So yeah, it was not too bad. Anyone else thoughts on that match? No.
It pretty much summed it pretty well there, fella. I can't really say anything. It's like Cena being Cena, apart from, as you said, that reverse middle rope stunner thing. I was like, I couldn't tell though. Was it planned, or did he just kind of was he trying to do something else and he just kind of managed to make it work with something else?
I don't know, because Cena's got obviously trustability of doing things in the ring that he wants, like promos. He has that ability to kind of go free. I think Paul Heyman and John Cena got that freelance ability to obviously they can say whatever they want out there because Vince trusts them. Also, if you see when he's got Rusev in the STFU, you see when he nods down, you can also hear John Cena talking as well. If you kind of turn your volume up very well, you can hear him talk to him. So it's just like, yay! Wrestlers talk to each other too much, if you're gonna do it, fucking don't do it so loud.
Also, before we go on, can we just have a moment of silence for Lana's shoe?
Yes. And Michael Cole's shoe as well on Raw. Oh, that was good. Anyway, moving on.
Wait, was the moment of silence, you dick?
Alright.
No, I'm kidding.
Okay, we could do a minute of silence. We are on time.
Alright,
okay.
After 3. 1, 2, 3. And that was a moment of silence for Lana and Michael Cole's shoe.
I was actually prepared to do 1 minute, and I was actually getting my phone out for a calculator for a stopwatch.
No, I said a moment of silence.
I know, that's true. That's
literally a
true.
moment.
That's literally true. That's true. Anyway, moving on. We move on to Undertaker and Bray Wyatt.
Just before we move on to that, we move on to one of the only major promos of the night.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Yeah, Triple H.
Triple
yeah.
Steph out in the ring.
One of you two can talk about this. Yeah, go on.
After you, Lee.
Your turn, Jack.
Huh?
Me? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, okay. None of us will accept responsibility, so I'll step in.
I didn't really think highly of it, really. So I thought I've been talking a lot of time. Yeah, let's have someone else do it.
I didn't think. I didn't think it was a bad promo. It did drag on a bit, but it was obviously stalling for time because, basically, Tripp and Steph are out in the ring, saying like, "Hey."
Much.
Yeah. They're like, hey, we got like such 70 odd thousand people in attendance here. It's like, yeah. Everyone's like, yeah, and then it's like, and it's all because of us, you bastards. And we're so good and awesome, and it's just like, and it's like, what's the point of this promo? Just Triple H had his moment tonight. What's he doing out here? All shooting up again. And I thought, someone's gonna come out and it's gonna be setting up a match for next year's Mania, isn't it? That's what I thought to myself.
Yeah.
Or SummerSlam maybe, but I'm guess because it's rumored next year they're going to get a lot of like old legends back. You know, anyone that can still like who's physically cleared to wrestle, they want to like try and get a shitload of legends back. Really? So I mean, that's what I was thinking. Just like, somebody's going to come out. They're setting up a match next year, and they didn't really set up a match, but they got the ground. They got the groundwork if they do decide to do that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Rock comes out and it's just like, Rock vs Tripp at Mania next year. Yeah, I see that working if that happens. Probably won't, but
yeah,
it'd be great if it did.
Yeah, and then like Rock's all the people, everyone cheers, and then it's just like. I don't know how they lean into it, but they mentioned something about Ronda Rousey in the front row. I didn't know much about her until WrestleMania, you see. I'd heard something about her, but she's a UFC fighter, and a friend of mine showed me.
Yeah.
I knew all about her anyways.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah, good. Well, a friend of mine showed me a bunch of matches over the weekend, and yeah, they're all like 14 seconds long because she fucking beats the shit out.
So she's that good.
Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
And she's gonna be in Furious 7 as well.
Oh, is she? Oh, they're making another Furious. Oh, kind of stupid question, really. Of course they are. It's not going to be the same, obviously, without that fucking guy. I can't remember his name now because I'm a tired fucker.
Ryan Dunn, that was his name.
Yeah, Ryan.
Oh, sorry, I got it mixed up because of.
That's right. Yeah, got it. Yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah, so obviously, The Rock obviously goes and gets this woman.
Yeah, Ronda Rousey, and she's wearing a Vegeta shirt with over 9,000.
She is. That's cool. That was good. I like that.
Yeah.
That's cool. One thing. Before he goes and when he gets Ronda, he actually says, "Rock to Stephanie, Stephanie, you know that I would never hit a woman." Bullshit, Rock. You have rock bottom Stephanie twice. Yeah. Exactly, and you've given her the people's elbow as well. So yeah, clearly that was all this shit. Anyway, sorry, go on. Just thought I'd say that.
No, fair enough. And then and Triple H gets involved, and he tries swinging a thing, and then Ronda Rousey gives him a hip toss, and then he bubbles out the ring so hilariously. He's just like he's like, oh, where am I? What's going on? Oh. And then and then I think Steph tries to slap it, didn't she? And then she just blocks it, and then I can't remember what happened to Steph at that point. Did Ronda slap her about a bit, or did she just leg it?
Yep.
No, I think. No, yeah. She went to slap her, but she kind of grabbed Stephanie's arm, and I think she was kind of threatening to kind of break it or whatever, and she screamed for a while, and she just let her go.
Right.
That's what happened. Yeah. So I think Stephanie slapped the Rock, and then that's when it came. And then Triple H and Rock had a fight down, and then she takes over Triple H, and then she goes to beat his arm, and then the promo ends. Yeah, which obviously, like you said, the kind of you're making a food, you're making your stew or something. Yeah, if you were going to make a match, that would probably do it. So obviously, maybe makes people believe that it's going to be Triple H and Stephanie versus The Rock and this rotunda woman. Maybe SummerSlam, maybe WrestleMania next year. I don't know. So yeah, go on.
Yeah. Well, it was obvious it was so stolen for time because the next match is Undertaker versus Bray Wyatt, and they're stolen for time because they really wanted the Sun to be at least setting by the time the match started, but it still hadn't. You know.
Yeah.
And then Bray Wyatt comes out. Strange entrance. It's like scarecrows and shit. I didn't realise that.
That was a good entrance.
I didn't realise that at first. I thought it was zombies, and then on the rewatch,
Yeah,
I was like, oh, it's scarecrows. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was having all those scarecrows. I thought it was good, you know. And it's good because fucking hell, what was the? I mean, like, I don't know if they were referencing Batman there. I don't know if they might have been, because obviously, like, he said he was the new face of fear, and obviously, if you know anything about Batman, you know, the Scarecrow villain does deal with, like, fucking people's fears up and, like, mentally, like, kind of crippling them. So I don't know if that was anything to do with, like, proposing as the Batman Scarecrows. I don't know, like, or whatever. Either way, it was a good entrance. We see the Undertaker as well. Didn't have an entrance. They did not have an entrance. I don't think you can beat the entrance where he had all those hands trying to grab him, though. I think on the coffins they were the best entrances. He didn't have an entrance. No, he did look good, as everyone has said this year. He probably looked more healthy than he did last year.
He started growing his hair back, and he wore pants like the first time in like 13 years.
Yes, he wore basically the American Badass. Yeah, kind of leather pants, which is a bit weird.
The old big, basically, he just had the old big evil outfit going on, so it was just like, yeah, cool. And then
it was the bike.
Yeah, and this match, the lead up, you know, Undertaker's not been around at all. Bray Wyatt's been doing it entirely as told. He's been nailing it, killing it.
He's been just dragging it forward.
Both had a cool entrance. Well, I mean, Undertaker's was basic, but it was still cool nonetheless, you know, especially back to his old ring gear.
Good to see it.
He's not got that stupid fucking mohawk going on anymore, you know.
I thought the mohawk was alright, actually.
Then you're a fool, and you must leave.
I am a fool. I'm not going to leave because I liked it. And the guy was Paul Walker, the guy who died in the thingy. I just remember that. Yeah, anyway.
I knew that. I was just making a
Why couldn't you say it then?
Because I was making a tasteless joke about him and Ryan Dunn going the same way.
I know, exactly. He was, and I just kind of twigged that. You bastard. You'll burn. You die. You go to hell when you die. And
well, and then you have to say, I'll burn and die. Well, yeah, wow, Raven. Really sensitive.
Oh, yeah, shit.
But yeah. So all that, you know, the entrances, great build-up, purely on Wyatt's back.
Yeah.
And the only match I was really looking forward to, you know, the rest of them I weren't, but the rest of them generally surprised me, you know, how fairly decent they were. It fucking sucked. It sucked. It was the worst match on the card, by far. And that's what pissed me off.
Kind of agree, a little bit.
I love both of them. I love, you know, Wyatt's my new, you know, he's the new guy. And, I fucking, you know, him and Daniel Bryan, like, two of the main reasons I keep watching. And, Undertaker, I've always loved his shtick, you know, his stuff's been awesome, and you know, Wyatt's kind of a new age version of that in a sense. And then Wyatt's, you know, lurching around the ring because apparently he injured his ankle earlier that day, so that was unfortunate. And Undertaker, it's just like a lot of people speculated he shouldn't be wrestling anymore because he's crap. And last year's match, he was god awful, but the thing is, he had a concussion, so that's understandable. Yeah, exactly. You aren't going to wrestle good with a concussion. But then
and wrestling Brock Lesnar with a concussion, that's even worse, really. Isn't
it? Because you know, that guy's stiff as fuck, as we'll get to shortly. And Undertaker spent his fucking most of the match on his back, on the side of the ring, just fucking out of breath. You know, just I don't know if he was selling because he was just wobbling about the place. You know, just like if you're selling fucking too much. You're making Ziggler look subtle. and it was just god awful. Yeah, I just didn't like it.
Yeah, it's I will agree. I will very much agree. Me and my wife thought the match was pretty good, and I was like, "Shut up, bitch!" Slaps her and got her back to the kitchen. No, I'm kidding.
She's been ironic, folks. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. No, she thought it was alright. I kind of will disagree. I thought the match was quite short for what it could have been. It was only 15 minutes long. I mean, I suppose that's not too bad, but I was expecting, I thought, okay, this is going to finish the second to last for the main event, so obviously it's going to be good, you know, but it was only 15 minutes long. The match felt slow, it felt weak. There was not, like Jack was saying, most of the time Taker was down. Bray Wyatt again then damaged his ankle before the match, so I don't know whether that limited him to what he can do. But yeah, it was an okay match. I would probably only give it about 3 out of 10. It was not as good as I thought it was going to be. You know, this was a feud where I won on Facebook. There was a competition on the group that obviously that you're in now, Jack. What feud would you like to see? I put Bray Wyatt Undertaker. I won a DVD for this, and God did I know that they actually did this feud, but God did I know that they built it up really well, solely on part of Bray Wyatt's back, and then it just didn't really live up to this. It just didn't live up in my opinion. Well, in my and Jack's opinion. Lee, what about you? What did you think?
Yeah. It did feel rather slow in parts.
Yeah, it did. All mainly through the whole match. No, yeah. I mean, we've got our opinions. You might have thought it was okay or better. We just thought it was just kind of, it didn't because again, big Taker and Bray Wyatt fans as we are, and maybe you are as well. We was obviously all expecting something fantastic, and we just didn't get that. And to be honest, I said it on the day, and I'm gonna say it here now. This match was a sign that Undertaker should just fucking retire. To be honest, he should just. Apparently,
he didn't even put over Wyatt either.
No, he didn't. The commentators in this match sounded awkward as well. They didn't know what to say. It felt during parts they felt weird to say like, what's he even doing back here? Even King was like, oh come on guys, what's up with all the negativity? I was just like, well maybe because Undertaker lost his purpose to be at WrestleMania anymore. He should just. Apparently he's got a 3-year contract apparently, and he's still like willing to be at WrestleMania next year, which is pointless. To be honest, I don't really see why. I love the Undertaker so fucking much, but once the streak ended, you it's kind of like having loads of lights in your house. If you're going to turn off the electricity, what's the point? It's like you're getting fired from your job, but you're still going back there. What's the point? What's the point of Taker still being at WrestleMania? He doesn't really have a purpose anymore. We saw the most just defeating loss ever to Brock Lesnar. I was angry about it, but shit happens. It happens. If it had to end, I suppose it was better than John Cena. But yeah, I think didn't Bray Wyatt kick out of a tombstone at one point during this match?
Yes,
he did. Yeah, and I think. Yeah, I think Bray Wyatt may have kicked out of Sister Abigail as well. I think the match goes on. I think he goes for Sister Abigail again. He obviously reverses it, ticks him up, and then does a tombstone and gets him. I just remember. Sorry, someone's heavy breathing. They're quite bad. I just remember when the match was over. I just felt, really, that was it. It was alright, but I was expecting to have literally saying, sorry Michelle, we can't have sex for a while because I've just ripped it off. Because of how great that match was, but now, I don't know, it just was a weird. I've watched it 3 times and I still feel the same, regardless of how good the entrance was. So it's just like, Well, this is our opinion. Most people were saying, yeah, okay, maybe Taker did look good. Maybe he did look the best shape he was last year, but it doesn't mean to say that the match was any better than it was, than what he does last year, especially with his headache and concussion syndrome and all that. So sorry WWE, you made it 15 minutes long. You didn't do very well. You got well. The promo, you got it over really well, the match, but for the writing itself, I don't know who read it. I don't know whether Bray Wyatt's ankle stopped the match being limitation, or I don't know whether Undertaker should maybe just fuck it, just lace up the boots, just go, seriously. No one's going to be disappointed, Undertaker, if you just fucking retire, seriously. We'll honour you even more if you do it now than just to go through match. I mean, God knows if we're going to see another match like this next year of an opponent that's probably just going to win. And Bray Wyatt losing as well was a bit stupid because, I suppose Undertaker's now 1-0 again, I suppose. So Bray Wyatt should have been the winner, or it should have ended a draw at minimum. But again, a confusing winner, just like when Triple H won over. Shouldn't have gone over, it should have been Sting, but there we go. So moving on to the main event. Brock Lesnar versus Roman fucking Reigns. I will. No, you will not, Roman Reigns. You will not. That was a pointless t-shirt to come out because you probably even knew deep down you wasn't going to fucking win. So it's just like, I will beat Brock Lesnar. No, you won't.
And the ultimate irony, the last match had an amazing build-up with the shittest match ever. This had a shit build-up, with the exception of Paul Heyman's promos. Fucking Reigns coming out and be all like, I can't will. And just like
he
basically.
Just turns into Rocky Maffei.
And they would never put Reigns in the same ring as Lesnar. Or they tried to keep him away as much as possible because they realised that Reigns would get booed to fuck. And the last couple of Raws, they fucking had they had the mics turned down in the audiences every time Reigns came out just to make sure they could fucking edit some shit. I mean, they do that with SmackDown, but that's like pre-recorded. They were doing it with live Raw. It's just like, god damn, seriously.
Yeah, it's just true. Yeah.
And then, remember that? Then finally, they meet in the ring after another excellent Heyman promo. And then it's like in the ring, and then all of a sudden, Reigns grabs the belt, and that's kind of a cool move. And he's like, "Yeah, I've got your belt now, bitch." And then Brock Lesnar grabs it back, and then they're like two kids fighting over a toy, and it was just like. And it's like it could have been
weird.
saved. It could have been saved. It could have been like, right, Brock could have just chucked the title down and they start having a fight there. And it's like, yeah, cool. But no, they just actually end a Raw on that shot of them just like having a children's tug of war for a fucking belt. It's just like
exactly. It's just like, what, really? That's how you're gonna end it, like that?
And that's why when I got to this match, I literally had my head in my hands as it started. Just. Oh god, this is gonna suck. Look at that. Reigns has come out. He's probably gonna be knackered as fuck. He has to walk about 58 flights.
Yeah, exactly.
And then he does this Superman punch in the ring, and all them fireworks around the thing. It's like, yeah, god, no, just no. No. Then Lesnar comes out, big fucking pop. It's awesome.
Yeah. And everyone now apparently loves him.
Yeah. And then it's just because like. We've a force-fed Reigns. I mean, I didn't mind him like a year and a half ago. He was a little bit entertaining and whatnot. But the last 3 months, this whole build has been stupid. They fucked over Daniel Bryan, just gave it to Reigns, and then they made us think, oh, cool, this might happen. When they put him with Daniel Bryan for the shot at WrestleMania. Like, no, fuck you, Reigns wins clean.
Exactly.
And I figured to still go on with Reigns as the winner, even though everyone's like, oh, Lesnar's just renewed his contract, he's definitely not dropping the title now. And I was just like, no, that's just Stockholm syndrome, because that's what we thought last month for Fastlane. It was like, oh, Daniel Bryan might win. Like, no.
No.
Vince basically made sure to give him the contract just so people didn't boo during the fucking main event,
Exactly.
Just to give speculation out of it. It's like, oh, maybe he might, not drop the belt after all. But that being said, I love this fucking match. I watched this match about 3 goddamn times. I could masturbate to this match.
Yeah, it was good. I probably wouldn't masturbate on it, but yeah, it was good. It was good. It was fan. Even though Reigns did look really fucking piss poor weak during this match, but then again, at the end of the day, it's Brock Lesnar, and he went to Suplex City, bitch. And now due to him saying that, the amount of fucking memes and signs that have gone up because of that. Suplex City population 2, there's memes of Taz saying the original mayor of Suplex City, and like stuff like that. But yeah, Reigns looked really weak during this match. He didn't have really any offense, and to be honest, I thought that was pretty good, because you're facing a beast, you're facing the monster Brock Lesnar. This is exactly what Paul Heyman says when people I did expect Reigns to have a little bit of fight back in him, and he did towards the end, and of course they go at it. Obviously he suplexes him, he hits him with a punch, and of course hits some spears, and of course whatever the last pick was, we hear Mr. Money in the Bank comes down. Seth Rollins cashes in just a few seconds before they're both down. So I'm thinking, oh god, is he really going to do this? So he curb stomps Seth. He goes to do it again to Brock, but Brock catches him.
Wait, Seth curb stomps Seth.
Sorry, so Seth curb stomps Seth. He curb stomps himself, obviously, yeah. Seth curb stomps Brock. He goes to do it again. He catches him. Roman spears him. I think he ends up stomping both of them, and boom, that's it. Seth cashes in after. Oh my god, how long did he have that fucking briefcase for before he cashed in?
Since last June, so like
since last
9
June,
months.
Yeah. 9 months. So they were 9 months. But there you go. That's what WrestleMania is. That's what the Money in the Bank is. Having it. Fucking cashing in when you want. So there you go. The ending was just so fucking great, and what made it even better. Was the fact that he didn't pin Brock Lesnar to do it. He pinned Roman Reigns, so that way Brock Lesnar feels screwed over, and it was good. It was just fucking great. I love that match. It was good. It was a good match. I'm pretty sure didn't Brock Lesnar do an F5 30 seconds into the match as well?
It was like fuck you, Reigns.
Yeah, exactly. It just
anytime Reigns got in like a slight bit of offense that he did, fucking he got booed to fuck, didn't he? And I was just like, yes.
He did. That was gonna happen anyway.
Your plan has rejected you, Vince, just like you rejected the fans, you twat.
Exactly. So, but yeah, it was good. I did enjoy it. Michelle thought it was a bit meh, but go on.
Yeah, I mean, like both of them worked super fucking stiff. Even Reigns, he literally pulled no punches. No pun intended. Because I mean, he's when one of the times he gets some offense in, he has Lesnar on the side ropes, and he's kicking him in the chest, and he's wearing those proper army boots and shit, not ring boots.
Yeah.
And he's proper kicking him in the fucking chest.
It really is. And obviously, Obviously, he gets busted open, doesn't he? Brock's head goes into the ring post, and he cuts.
Yeah.
And you can see him on Raw. He comes out with like these marks and scratches on his head or something, on his face. You know, I'm assuming that was real. I imagine Brock's head going into that turnbuckle.
Yeah, because I rewatched that bit a few times just to see if like he did some real like super sleight of hand blading and shit.
Yeah, but he did.
Way, so
he literally just busts open a few seconds after, and you don't see his hands like go in front of his head or anything.
Yeah, he really did ram his head onto a jagged edge. Or I saw some speculation online, just like people just shooting the shit. They said like, oh, did they put like a blade, or like a sharp thing there, like purposely so they could do that spot, rather than actually look like they bladed. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Tell.
Either way, it was amazing. Fucking actual blood in a WWE match again. It's like, oh my god.
And if you watch SmackDown, Daniel Bryan was bleeding as well at some point.
That was a fucking, because he headbutted Sheamus and he fucking split his head wide open, didn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, then obviously he takes the ball hammer, and it was made to believe the ball hammer was the one that busted him open, but it wasn't, because if you watch him before he ball hammers him, you'll see that Bryan had a little bit of cut anyway, and the ball hammer just makes it worse. Yeah, exactly. And Sheamus's new look. Oh my god. I didn't actually see this on Raw. I saw photos of like Sheamus with now, with a Mohican, a Sheamus Mohican, and now with these metal plates in his beard. I don't think the crowd obviously, you look stupid, went down. I think he looks alright personally. He's obviously playing a heel because he's been stale for like fucking, I don't know, 400 years, at least feels like that. He's been stale for God knows how long, so a heel Sheamus is a better Sheamus, but so Sheamus has got this new look. He's probably going to end up having a feud with Dolph Ziggler or Daniel Bryan anyway, so that'll probably be a match going to the Extreme Rules as well. But yeah, Reigns and Brock, yeah, it was good. And because Brock didn't lose the title, he tried to have a rematch from Raw, which didn't happen. Obviously, Brock tore apart 2 cameramen, which I think was obviously a wrestler, and obviously destroyed JBL and Brian Saxon and gave an F5 to Michael Cole.
I murdered him.
Murdered him, yeah.
Literally murdered him, yeah.
Yeah, because there's obviously a photo of him, rest in peace, Michael Cole. There's a picture of his shoe.
Yeah, after the F5 hit, all I could hear was, for me, it's just like, I was seen the clips of Raw, I've not seen the full episode, but like, after, Cole lands, all I could hear in my head was like, hello darkness, my old friend, I've got to speak with you again. It's like rest in peace, Cole, you suck.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, it's not entirely his fault. He is fucking force-fed what to say. Maybe he doesn't say it, he's gonna get slapped about.
Yeah, exactly. But it was still a good match between Rollins and Brock. I did, obviously did enjoy it. Obviously, and Brock going crazy, and of course on Raw he gets himself suspended, doesn't he, indefinitely, which is obviously WWE's way of saying, Rock's still not going to be on Raw every single week now, So, but I like the fact that Seth cashed in. It was really it was a good cash in. He didn't even pin Brock Lesnar to do it. He pinned Thingy to do it. It was I'm glad he's champion. I'm happy he's champion. Obviously, he swung around the belt around his head. Obviously, resembling what the Warrior did. He did that as well.
It's something they used to do on the Indies when he had the belts.
Like swing it around. But it was good. It was good. I'm glad he won. I didn't think he was going to win because obviously he went for the F5. But the ending of that Brock Roman match was just fantastic. I wouldn't go as far as masturbating to it like what Jack said, but I would come close to maybe getting it and going forward.
It was so awesome. It was like the John Cena squash match at SummerSlam, but even more brutal, and especially with what they touted as being the next John Cena, but much worse.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was just like, oh my god, because he basically fucked up Reigns the entire match. Oh my god, they're really gonna fucking have Reigns, because he comes back with a couple of Superman punches. It's just like, oh fucking no, don't do this. This has been awesome. Reigns has looked fucking weak as shit all match. And, he comes back with, like, a couple of punches, that's going to be it. And then fucking, our Lord and Saviour, Rollins, comes to save us. It's like that quote from Watchmen, but, like, slightly alter it a bit. It's like, I'll look down, they'll look up and they'll whisper to Seth Rollins, save us, and I'll whisper down, okay.
Okay. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. It was good. I enjoyed it. I'm glad he cashed in. I'm glad he actually won it. You know, and I don't even know if like Randy Orton now is trying to get back into the title hunt now with Seth Rollins. So I don't even know if Reigns is even getting a rematch. I don't know. I'm hoping we're going to see Seth Brock and Seth Brock and Roman. I forgot that for a second. In a triple threat. People are maybe saying it might be SummerSlam. It might build up to SummerSlam because that would probably be quite a good main event to see those three go at it properly. I think it'd be pretty cool. I don't know whether you two think if those three in a match would be good or not to watch, but I definitely do.
To see a Shield triple threat. That'd that'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be pretty cool. It'd be good to see. I'm glad, happy Seth thingy. I would have probably marked out if I had seen it live. I still did it anyway. I kind of had a little inkling because I kind of said to myself I wouldn't go on Facebook. I did, and kind of might have given it myself away a little bit, but fuck it, I don't care. It was good. I'm glad it did. Good match. Considering I knew it was going to be a good match. A little bit of me said, this might be a letdown, and it even made Roman Reigns look fucking weak during that match. But it's Brock Lesnar. He's going to do that. So yeah, that was WrestleMania. It didn't end any other way than that. That was WrestleMania 31 at a stadium I can't remember, in a place I don't even remember where they was.
Levi Stadium in San Jose, California, bitch.
Yeah, and say that as if you're there yourself. So there we go.
I am.
Exactly. You're there right now outside. On free McDonald's Wi-Fi. It's like,
I'm here licking up the blood of Reigns from the mat.
Yeah, just.
It's like, and it's sweet, salty tears and salty her residue.
Oh my god!
Because it was greasy, goddamn her.
It was funny to see, obviously, Reigns again. When he come down all the stairs, he had like 10 security guards with him as well, which is quite funny.
I missed it the first time around, but the pictures popped up on the internet now. This guy was saying Roman is a wank pheasant.
Yes, no, that was on Raw.
Oh, was it? My mistake.
That sign was on Raw. I thought that was on WrestleMania as well. Yeah, that sign. Yeah, Roman is a wank pheasant. Yeah, that was on Raw. Someone had that. Fuck knows how we got that in, but yeah, that was on Raw. I thought it was on WrestleMania.
It's because Americans, they don't understand what wank really means, so to them that's like,
Oh yeah, true. I guess.
For them, that's probably their version of saying poop or something. What they probably think it means to us.
Oh, true. Maybe they don't see it as a proper swear. So she gone down.
Just like when they say fanny, over there, fanny means just your backside. Over here, that's a very nasty word for someone's vagina.
Vagina? Yeah, true. It's not. I wouldn't say it's a really nasty word.
Well, not a nasty word, but it's not a nice one.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say it's the most horrible word for the vagina, but there we go. I'll say cunt was the most horrible one. But there we go.
Well, there we go. We just lost our female demographic. we had one anyway, but still.
Probably discussing what words are nice and what are not, so fuck it. But yeah, Reigns and Brock, it was good. I'm glad that Seth done it. We've got a new champion. Whether Roman's going to be in the title spot or not now, we don't know. They're trying to push Orton back. Are we going to see those three? Brock obviously deserves a rematch. He tried to get one on Raw. He didn't get it because I have a feeling the Authority are probably just going to defend him by not making him defend the match, by not making him defend the title. So he's going to probably have the title for a fucking long time, but I don't care because that's good. Because now we have a champion that's going to be there every fucking week, and unlike Brock Lesnar, who wasn't there every week. So there we go. So overall, I'd probably give WrestleMania probably about. Let me think about this. I'd say probably about 7.
Yeah,
7.
That's exactly what I was about to go for, say as well.
Yeah.
7 out of 10.
I would say 7 as well.
7, yeah. Push 7, 6.5, 7, because it wasn't overly great. Obviously, we had the Wyatt disappointment, the ladder match, a little bit disappointment, but obviously, things brought it back out. I think the main event held it together. Obviously, Sting and Triple H held it together, and yeah, I thought the other things kind of kept it in place of letting it fall crumbling down. Battle Royal just couldn't really give a shit about. I don't think anyone was good, and the tag team match again was good. So when that's on the Blu-ray and I manage to get it, I will be watching those two matches that I did miss. Did anyone watch WrestleMania today? Like the kind of the special look before WrestleMania?
No.
I didn't either. No, well, you should probably watch it. I haven't watched it, but it's supposed to be an inside look. So,
I do know some of the fallout though over WrestleMania. Apparently, the Anoa'i family, which is Brock, Roman Reigns, Usos family and shit.
Yeah.
Apparently, they were all there in the audience, and apparently they were really pissed that Reigns didn't win it because apparently it got changed very late into the show who the winner was going to be.
Really?
Yeah.
So maybe Reigns was going to be the actual winner then?
Yeah, I'm guessing, Vince, fucking stopped, inhaling his own farts for a minute just to realise, actually, yes, this might be a bad idea. But apparently the Noah family are really was pissed off with that, and it's just like, it really, really just, I laughed my ass off, and I made a post about it on the Squared Circle. It's just like, well, not a post, I just replied in a comment thread. It's just like about the Anoa'i family being annoyed, ironically. And it was just like, I remember at the Hall of Fame, Rikishi gave a speech just like, blah blah blah, the most family in wrestling, the most something else family in wrestling, the most humble family in wrestling, and then he gets the most humble family in wrestling, and he gets super pissed off when the least deserving member doesn't win the championship through nepotism, and it's just like, yes, really fucking humble you are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Well, there you go. That's
I would have, I don't know, man. If Reigns had won it, I probably would have been a bit unhappy with that. I kind of wanted Brock to remain the title and then them have a rematch at SummerSlam and then for Roman to take the title. Like, to be honest, because I still don't think Roman's really ready for it, to be honest. But like, I don't know. I mean, it's not saying he's not a good wrestler or anything, I mean, like, it's kind of Seth. It might have been too early for maybe Seth, but fuck it. That's what Money in the Bank is, Chances are if you win the briefcase, you're going to win it. Hell, maybe Roman can win Money in the Bank this year and maybe he can go forward and cash it whenever he likes.
Please don't even jest about that.
No.
Just, it's Raven.
No, I don't know, because it won't happen
ideas
anyway.
in their head,
No, I know, but they won't do that anyway. Come on, Roman's too big for a match like that. If they'd only put like upper mid carders and stuff like that in a match, you never see except for the Raw one where John Cena was in it, you don't see like that sort of like mentality, So, anyway, so that was it. WrestleMania from WWE. Sorry, hang on, I was eating there.
WrestleMania PlayButton.
WrestleMania PlayButton. WrestleMania PlayButton. Yeah, 31. WrestleMania PlayButton. 31. Yeah, it was good. 7 out of 10. We all gave it the same. It started out well, dipped a little bit in the middle, ended on a high note, ended on a great high note. Seth did not cash in and won, and Roman had won, I'd have probably dropped it to a 5 or a 6 to rating. The fact Seth cashed in and won made me kind of like it a little bit more, so, there we go. So yeah, it was not too bad. We thank you all again for listening. We will see you. It's been it feels ages because since we spoke, because it's nearly a month, isn't it, before WrestleMania between. They always have that gap distance. So, but we'll be back.
I'd just like to point out as well, this has just been exactly 1 year since we started doing these, because we started last year's WrestleMania, didn't we?
Yes, that is true. Yes.
That 1 year anniversary. Did you get me anything nice?
Nah, not really. Maybe, I don't know. Well,
fuck you. Then. I got you a bottle of champagne. I'm gonna fucking drink this now myself. Fuck you.
I don't like champagne, so you can drink yourself anyway. I mean, my podcast notes, and I don't know if these were before, because I started doing it with obviously like some other people before I decided, hell, fuck it, Jack's a better person to do this with. Because my first ever podcast notes go from the 13th of the 1st, 2014. So I've technically been doing it over a year anyway. But yeah, you are right. The first one we did was WrestleMania. So yeah, we've been doing it for fucking over a year. That's amazing. Lee, obviously, you've not joined us for that year, but like you will have that year this next year. Wait.
Brought him up from podcast developmental. He's shown a hell of a lot of promise, and we're going to give him a push for summer.
We really are, and you will be involved in that year, your first year, hopefully next year as well. And the same with Ben, he's good to have him as well. So Ben, if you're listening, we're hoping to see you back for Extreme Rules. And Aaron, if you're listening, we're hoping you're actually going to fucking join us since we started planning this, because you haven't joined us on one single one. I'm not blaming you, it's not your fault, obviously. You've had things. I've got a daughter now I've got to tend to, so it might be 3 weeks before we can get a podcast up, so fuck it. But yeah, thank you for coming, listening out. We're all going to go off and do our own little thing. But yeah, WrestleMania, not too bad, held up a little bit better than last year's one, so yeah. Sometimes I think when you think WrestleMania, you do think every match is going to be fantastic. Of course, it's PG now, WWE nowadays, so it's not going to be exactly what you want. But, there we go. So, Raw was alright. The day after, the crowd, people were saying, oh yeah, the crowd were just good, but then it's like, oh shit, but people seem to think, just because you got an opinion about WWE, apparently you could write for them, so there we go. But yeah, it wasn't too bad. And we'll see you all for Extreme Rules, which is on a date I can't remember. April something, maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, it's at the same time they usually put Backlash on or something.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. So exactly, yeah. So,
it's been lovely chatting to you, I call you Seth then, sorry, Raven.
Yeah.
Because I'm looking at Seth Rollins on my fucking PC at the minute. But yeah, it's been great chatting to you. Did it again. It's great chatting to you, Raven. And it's been lovely chatting to you as well, Lee. Alright?
Yes, thank you everyone for listening, and we'll see you next time.
Bye bye.
Bye bye.